Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode, but the big idea realization I had today applies to this entire league regardless of which one you play. You see, I'd collected some corpses, and I wanted to do some Necropolis crafting. I had a few questions that I wanted to answer. How many corpses are ideal for a good craft? What's the best way to use the layout of this new 6-foot-deep crafting station? And which corpses were the most powerful tools to seek out? Problem was, I kept making garbage. And I don't mean this is okay but could be better. I mean absolute trash filled with stats I didn't want at all. No matter what I did or what crafting strategy I tried to use, it was bad. I just kept feeling like I was using these tools and building my crafts wrong, and then it hit me. I could stack the entire graveyard with corpses that increase the chance for life modifiers, hoping to get a helm with tier 1 maximum life, and then end up crafting something with life regeneration and life recovery rate. And Aramore's just going to stare at me going,
"What? You said you wanted life modifiers and you got 2 of them. Why are you mad, bro?"
no matter what, everything comes down to chance. What you do in the graveyard is not crafting. It's gambling. This league is much closer to ROG and Expedition than it is to Harvest. If you want to get more comfortable with the Necropolis craft system, then stop calling it crafting, because it's not. It's gambling. Your corpses, they're not tools to build a craft, but they're poker chips to adjust a bet. As soon as you take on this mindset, those 3 questions I kept getting hung up on at the beginning, they become very easy to answer. The first question, how many corpses are ideal for a good craft? Well, that depends on how patient of a bettor you are. If you want to put down one really big gamble on the hopes of a huge payoff, then a lot. Many corpses. As many as you can fit for as long as you can wait. If you're more like me, mediocre gear and the patience of a 2-week-old puppy, 5. 5 corpses. That's all you need. Just put down 5 plus 1 modifier corpses and take a gamble on a 6 affix rare. Either you have your dreamboat item in mind, in which case you should be as patient as possible and fill up your graveyard with every relevant corpse you find until you just can't wait anymore. Or you're like me and you're already an impulsive gambler and you're used to it, so you're only interested in a guaranteed 6 affix rare for whatever chosen item slot. Don't think about it any further than that. The second question, what's the best way to use the layout of this new 6-foot-deep crafting station? Well, if you had a full overhead view, the layout of the burial plots in the graveyard looks like this. Notice that there are no islands or something that's disconnected. If you fill it up, everything is going to connect together into one craft. So the most obvious strategy to optimize how much power you get is to just fill the entire thing. That's the patient strategy. My current strategy, the least patient strategy, is to really only use this little section up on the top left. And luckily, you can actually run the patient strategy and the impatient strategy at the same time. As you're collecting those corpses, you're going to get some specific ones that you really want to keep for a specific gamble. Put all of those corpses starting up at the top right edge and then fill downward and in. You're going to have more than enough space for small gambles on the left while also building up a larger one on the right. If there's a second bet that you really want to start and save corpses for, then don't bury any of them, just itemize them and put them into your stash. And then the very last question, which of the corpses are the ones that you really should seek out and loot? Make sure that you always pick these up. And I think the only real answer to that question is that you should always loot Necropolis corpses, even if they have modifiers that you don't want. How you choose to use individual corpses is up to you and how you personally want to gamble. But even if you find corpses that you don't want, you can exchange that for a new random effect with this special metacorpse. When you're doing impatient crafting, just throw down 4 corpses that you don't want in a plus sign formation and plop that randomizer metacorpse down in the middle. Even if you get something that you don't want, you could just dig up that corpse. You very often get very good results. I mean, it's all just gambling, so who cares? As soon as you start taking on that mindset into the Necropolis graveyard, then you're going to start getting a lot more out of it. Do not waste your time trying to put together a master craft, because in the end you're not crafting. So stop thinking of it as crafting and start calling it what it really is: item gambling. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.